Welcome to the JD Remedy. What's up, my little love buckets? Welcome back to another episode of the JD Remedy. I'm so happy here. I keep wanting to say so happy to see you, so happy to be with you, but I'm sitting by myself recording. I feel like you're here. It's okay. I say that every time. So today's episode is going to be a really special episode with my friend Jaime Guise. If you guys are from Perth, you may have heard of her. She owns multiple businesses. We knew each other from back in the day. You guys are going to hear some interesting stories from us, but I just wanted her to come on the podcast to really inspire you guys and for her to tell her story just around, what you're capable of. It doesn't matter what background you come from. It doesn't matter how you were raised or where you came from, or if you don't have skills, anything is possible. And she has been in the forefront of my mind for a very long time. I've really wanted to have her on the show because not only does she inspire me and bring so much value to my life, I wanted her to bring that value to you guys. And I know you're going to have some huge takeaways from today's lesson. Please welcome Jaime Guise. Welcome back, guys. I have a fantastic guest with me today. Her name is Jaime Guise. Thanks so much for being on the call today, Jaime. How are you?
Good, thanks, Jade. Nice to see you. Thank you for having me.
That's okay. Thanks for coming on. So I've actually asked Jaime on the podcast today, guys, because I've actually known her for quite a while, but she has always been super inspiring to me. She's this young, empowering female that has multiple businesses and is someone that I definitely look up to and aspire to be like. So I thought, what great value then to have her on the show so that she can share her journey with you guys, and hopefully the listeners are empowered as well.
That's what we're hoping for.
Oh, absolutely. So. Yeah. So tell the listeners a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I am Jaime. Hello. I am 27. I turned 27 this year. And I've probably been on my, thank you. I've probably been on this journey that I'm on for, what would it be, since I was 19. So I wasn't really the type of person that was, good at school. I wasn't really like an intellectual type of person. So school and the 9-to-5 thing didn't really fit what I wanted to do with my life. So I spent a bit of time, what did I do? I just worked in jobs I wasn't really interested in that much. So I wasn't really good at it. And then I discovered personal training. So my mum actually sent me to a gym and stuff, and she got me a PT, and I was like, wow, I love this so much. And I started seeing the changes in myself, like mentally and physically. And that just really inspired me to make something good from what I was doing with myself. And I was like, this doesn't even feel like work. So long story short, I went and did a year-long course, which Jade did the same one, if you remember that. Same teacher. So yeah, I did the year-long course I did it at TAFE, and I was able at the time, because I was only how old? I was 20, 19. I was still living at home, so I was able to live at home and not have any stress. So I was really lucky for my mum and dad to be as supportive as they were. And, I was able to do the course. So I did that for a year. And while I was doing that, I was actually building up my Instagram following, which at the time, obviously, TikTok is really big now. But back then, 7 years ago, Instagram was the thing. So during my time of doing the PT course, I built up my Instagram following and started getting interest from other girls. And I was just trying to inspire others based on what I was doing. And it worked. So that's how I initially got my my Instagram following, was just from just getting interest in what I was doing, talking about my workouts and showing the progress of my mental health journey and my physical health journey. So you could see the changes in me, and then girls started messaging me, and it just built up from there. And I did working in a gym wasn't for me, so I started my own mobile personal training business, which I'm sure a lot of people would remember. I don't do it anymore, but I'll get to that point next.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did mobile PT for the last 6 years, and then that all changed this year. But I'll get to that. I'll get to the trucks part next if you want that. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, babe. Yeah, so I really, obviously we have done, not at the same time, but we did the same personal training program. So I really appreciate you have that shared value of wanting to share your own personal experiences.
Yeah.
Hope that it will help other people. I love that. That's so beautiful. Jamie and I, like I said in the introduction, actually know each other from quite a while ago. I'm not sure if you have the same like recollection of that night that I do. But, yeah, my boyfriend at the time was obviously friends with Jamie, and I went to a house party with him, and that's how I met you. And I think just look back on how both of us were back then. See how far.
My past is colourful to say the least.
Both, eh?
It's all good. Yeah. Look at us now. That's all that matters, right? The end result.
Absolutely. And I think looking back on how we were, like, I'm glad that you brought up, you don't have to be like this straight A student. You don't have to go to university. Like if you have that drive and you have that wanting for something in life, you can do it, right?
Exactly. If you want something bad enough, you don't need to do the way you're taught to do it in school. You can do it a different way. And I'm living proof of that because I have year 10 level education. I didn't go to uni. I'm not saying it's not like, it just wasn't for me, but I'm sure it's for a lot of people. It just didn't work for me because I wasn't good at it.
Yeah. And it's good that you didn't settle for that either. Like if you don't like sticking to the norm and you feel there's something different for you, then you go for it, right?
Yeah, so, exactly.
Yeah. For you obviously knew that you wanted to be an entrepreneur or whatever that meant.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. And at the same time as being an entrepreneur, I guess I am that because I've made myself to be that over the years. But like at the time I was so wrapped in what I was doing and seeing people, like I was literally changing their lives and their mental health based on how strong my mental state had become. I was making others see their worth and their value. And it was so rewarding. Like it was just so rewarding helping all these women at the time over the last 6 years. And it was just, honestly, it sounds so cliche, but I loved it. I loved every bit of it. But then things changed this year, which I'll get to about my truck stuff with my partner.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, and thank you for sharing. Obviously, like I know a lot of people are going to get so much from this today, but when you started having those feelings, whether it was in school or just after or back in those days when we weren't like at our best, how did you know, or what did you do about your situation? Like how did you get from that point of view to that mindset of
I got sick of just hanging out with I guess everyone, when you're a teenager, you hang out with supposedly the wrong crowd, but I just wanted more for my life in the long run. And I just guess one day you mature up a bit, or it just clicks and you're like, I want more for my life. I want to make a beautiful life and have a beautiful future. Yeah. So yeah, I got over the rut I was in of just doing nothing, going nowhere, basically. Yeah. So I just wanted to change that, and I made the change. I found something I was passionate about, which was personal training for me. And then I ended up helping a lot of people with my Instagram following. And just my attitude in life is very, you know what I'm like. It's just, I say it as it is. And I feel like people appreciated that. And like I helped a lot of girls over the period of my PT career. And that's how it started. And then I just had the drive from there to just keep going and make my own businesses and make my own money my way.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And what I normally talk about, or what I've learned in my coaching career, is we normally model people around us, or we pick up, we watch maybe our family members grow a business, or we have like a mentor or something. Like, what was your environment like in terms of having the knowledge and skills to run a business, or was it all self-taught? Like, where did you pick this up?
So it was all, I taught myself. I listened to a lot of like entrepreneur podcasts and YouTube videos. I read a lot of self-help books about like money, business, investments. So I really did teach myself, but also a big help was the business module at TAFE that we did in the PT course. That was really helpful. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't say that I remember any of that, but like I remember doing it. I remember what I learned. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe I should go back into that.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. It was really good for me. I took a lot from, if anything, like I already knew how to train myself and stuff like that, once again, based on teaching myself, but the business module I learned at TAFE taught me a lot how to structure my PT business. And then I just implemented that into now trucks and grazing and cleaning and everything else that I'm doing these days. So
wow. Yeah.
yeah,
That's super smart, babe. Like, good for you.
thank you.
Like I was saying, obviously Jaime runs multiple businesses. You are literally like your own empire. It's so incredible.
Oh,
so tell us a little bit about your different businesses and how they came about and what's going on.
Yeah, so I finished up with my mobile PT career at the start of this year. My partner and I have been together for 6 years now.
Yep.
And he's very much like me, very motivated, very focused, very driven for his age. He's a year younger than me, and he's super, super driven, and we kind of bounce off each other. Yes. And, you know, we're not very public with our relationship. We're very private, and it works for us.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so he was a plasterer and bricklayer, and once again he was like, I don't want to work for somebody else. Mm-hmm. So we put some savings together on what we had, and we invested some money into one truck, just a small truck, and we we're like, you know, what's the worst that could happen? You know, maybe it won't succeed, and we'll just sell the truck. And long story short, it did succeed, and I ended up having to. I didn't have to. I could do both, but rather than hiring an admin, we decided that I would do the admin side of things. So for the trucks, I do it's called Elite Removals, by the way. I do the
moving company, right?
Yeah, removals. So we do removals, and we just bounce off each other. And, you know, instead of paying someone to do the admin, I was like, you know what, I have helped hundreds of women over the last 6 years. I can always go back to that because I've got the qualification, I've got the equipment, I've got everything. So I decided to do the admin, like the social media advertising, and, you know, building of the websites and the brand, and I do all the behind the scenes type of things. And he's obviously the hands-on of the company. But so this year I've been focusing on that. And then in the last couple of months, I was like, you know what, I'm not passionate about trucks. That's my partner's passion.
Yeah.
So I've now started grazing boxes, which I don't expect it to turn over millions of dollars, but it's just something for me. Once again, like my PT career, it's not going to be a career, but it's just more so something for me. So I'm going to do my admin with the trucks, but something for me, just me. You know, I can make cute boxes and once again just provide something nice for the community.
Yeah, that's incredible. And do you have a cleaning company?
Yeah. So we've got an offshoot. We've got an offshoot for removal. So we used to get a lot of questions from our clients when the move was done. They'd be like, "Oh, do you know anyone that can do a vacate clean or just like a general clean?" And I was like, ding ding in my head. I was like, that's a great idea. So yeah, we also offer cleaning as like an offshoot for the removal clients.
That is incredible. Like I feel like we're about to step into masterclass here. So my question, because I think it's very normal. Well, if you're like quite entrepreneurial and you want something more for yourself, for me anyway, I have so many ideas, but I never really implement them, or I'm like, fucking over. I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, I don't know how to start this. Right. So what is the process for you for having that ding ding idea to then going, it's on paper, this is my business? Like, what's that process look like for you?
So I'll usually, my brain never stops. I'll usually have a bunch of ideas on like a next business venture or something like that. And I'll think, is this profitable? Are the outgoings going to be too much? Will the turnover be worth, like, will it be worth me putting money into this? Will I get back? Like, do you know what I mean? So with the trucks was obviously quite a big outgoing. And if it was going to not pay off, we would have just sold the truck, but it did. But yeah, I weigh up the pros and cons of whatever the business idea is at the time, and if I feel like it's worth it, and that's how I pretty much figure out what I want to do. Because I've thought of things like we've thought of like opening a cafe, but we've, you know, in this day and age with the COVID-19 and the borders, and, you know, it's kind of up and down. The businesses that we have are essential. So I'll be able to make grazing boxes, and removals like transport and logistics is essential. So we'll be sweet through the pandemic. So yeah, we just weigh up pros and cons, and is it going to be profitable, and then go from there.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. And obviously, your grazing boxes. What's that business called?
J Grazing.
J Grazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, J Grazing.
So I saw on your Instagram stories, obviously you had like a business checklist of like launching a new business. So what kind of stuff is on that checklist for you to get up?
So on my checklist, I would first think of the business name, and then I would pay to register the business name. I would make the social media accounts for the business, get the logo happening, pick a cool logo that's going to appeal to everyone. And then with the grazing, obviously, because it's food, I just tried to figure out, what I could offer that other people aren't offering, which was for me, gluten-free options. I'm not gluten-free, but it's an option that a lot of people want these days because they're celiac and stomach issues and stuff like that. So I'm offering things that other people don't offer from what I've seen. I could be wrong, but based on what I've seen from other grazing places. Yeah. So I'm offering like on my Instagram, you'll see like lists of vegetarian, vegan. I'm offering some with like mini champagne bottles, just different things that I think will appeal to people.
Yeah, amazing, babe. So inspiring. I'm so motivated.
Oh, thank you. And I thought, launching in December, festive season is now, and it's going to be parties and stuff for the next few months. So I thought I'd start it now.
Yeah, and you obviously just do local, like you can't obviously transport food anywhere. So just like in the local.
Just local. Yeah.
Cool. At the end of today's podcast, obviously I will link everything for you guys listening. So if you're in the Perth area and you love grazing boxes, you've got some events coming up, make sure you hit up Jaime. I'll make sure I put all of her stuff in the description.
Thank you, Jade.
That's okay. So tell me a little bit about maybe some of the most challenging things you've experienced running a business. Like what lessons have you taken away from it, and maybe some of the hardest things you've gone through? Yeah.
So I would probably say, obviously this is an obvious one, but COVID-19 really threw a lot of spanner in the works, and finding reliable employees has been quite difficult. But we have a good team now, but it took probably 50 to 100 like people coming going to get a solid, reliable team. So getting reliable people has been difficult. And
this for the removal company?
Yeah, this is for the removals. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, COVID-19, and it's been a challenge, to say the least.
Yeah, and you do all the hiring and stuff yourself, or that's your
yeah, I do that.
Yeah, perfect. Wow. So you literally have employees, like you're paying people on the books. That's incredible, babe. And that's all self-taught as well, or does your partner have a bit of experience?
Is it what? Sorry.
All self-taught? Like did you do any how to do that?
So my partner, his dad had a business in construction, so he kind of had a background of he knew what to do with a more manly business than what I was used to. But when I was doing my PT, I worked for myself and I worked on my own. I didn't employ anybody.
Yeah, cool. I was wondering how you made that shift. That's cool. I think it's really good that you have that support with a partner as well. Like you're obviously both very
good,
driven, and
very much so.
Yeah. So how did you kind of get through those times of COVID? Like what really helped you?
Oh, what helped us? That's a tough question. Hey, we just thought, what, everyone, I hate this saying, but we are all in this together, and we were all feeling this. We were all feeling the same stress, and everyone was in the same boat, and it still is uncertain times, So we just kind of kept going, and that's all you could do, to stay positive and stay motivated. Remember why you started, and we're really lucky to have, first of all, for it to be essential. And that's another reason why I had to stop PT, because at the time it was like, oh, you can work, you can't work, you can work, you can't work.
Ridiculous.
You can work with this many people. Oh, you can't use shared equipment. And I'm like, well, how am I supposed to train people if I can't share a dumbbell? So COVID really screwed me over as well. But it is what it is. And the whole world had to deal with it, and all you can do is stay positive and hope for the best outcome, because it's out of our control. So
and I'm assuming, like, through all of your personal development stuff, you've learned a lot about mindset. So for anyone listening, and you can talk a bit about it, is when faced with such adversity and stuff that is 100% out of your control, like do you guys pull back at all, or how do you get through continuing what you want to do with that fear almost of this could go to shit.
I know.
Like,
I know. It literally could go to shit. Could go to shit so fast.
Yeah.
What we do is just take it day by day, and we get so many challenges every week from so many different avenues, and a lot goes, like every day is different. And we just remember why we started. Remember the end goal. We want financial freedom and to just have a comfortable, good life for our future kids and stuff like that. But not to say some days I can barely even get out of bed because of my anxiety so bad. But you just need to remember that it's a bad day, not a bad life, and everything will be okay in the end. And you can't go down that spiral and into, you just have to try and keep it together, because I've had anxiety and OCD for my whole life, and you just learn to deal with it and remember why you started. Take a step back, have a deep breath, and just, you got to keep going, because everyone feels those emotions sometimes, and you just can't let it overwhelm you to the point of not continuing with what your end goal is.
Yeah, beautiful. Thanks for sharing. Yeah,
you're welcome.
And it's obviously a testament to you. Like, I don't know, I feel like super teary. I'm like, I'm just so proud of you. Like,
thank you, Jade. I've known you for a very long time. So I know you know what I used to be like, and I was very immature and out of control. And I'm just very happy to be in this. Yeah, I'm very happy to be in this stable mindset that I'm in these days.
That's why it's so inspiring. Like, anyone can turn their life around, and the fact that
anyone can,
the fact that you say that you've dealt with like anxiety and OCD, but you don't let that hold you back. It's like, it's not who you are. It's just some of the challenges that you deal with. And
exactly. It's not who I am. I'm more than my mental health battles, and overall, it's not who I am. Like, it's not me as a whole, and I don't let it define me, because I am greater than that. And my mind's really strong, and that's come from a lot of challenges, and I'm very strong mentally. And I just continue working on my mental health, and it pays off, because, it pays off in the long run.
Yeah, I love that, babe. And we obviously talk a lot about, mindfulness and mental health as a part of your self-worth and how you see yourself. So for the girls that are listening, what are some of the stuff that you do to actually get through those days where your anxiety maybe is a little bit worse?
What would I do?
How do you deal with it in general, maybe?
So I would usually say I'm having a bad day with anxiety. I would just probably sit there in silence for 10 minutes and just try and figure it out in my brain. Like, I wouldn't do it for longer than 10 minutes, because, you can't, the life doesn't stop. Mm-hmm. So I've just learned to live with it. And in a bad day, I would just try and what's the word where you put things into perspective and really go through the feelings of the emotions that I'm feeling at the time, and figure out why I'm feeling this, and just try and calm myself down and think, this is the worst case scenario, and what's the worst that could happen, and just calm myself down, take a few deep breaths. I find meditation helps me a lot. Perfect. And meditation, and I read a lot of like self-help books. I've got a lot of like people I look up to, which are mostly men, which is strange. I am quite like, I'm obviously very feminine, but I'm also have masculine energy as well.
100%.
Like, so so that helps me. But the anxiety days, and I also just think, nobody's perfect, and we all have shit days. Mm-hmm. And it's just a bad day. It's not a bad life, and it will pass. It will go away. It's not going to be there forever. Mm-hmm. And next day is going to be great.
It's not a bad life. It's just a bad day. I love that. And
and the next day could be great. And you just need to think about all the times I've been anxiety ridden and I've gotten through it. So why can't I get through it this time? Because I will, and I always do. Yeah. I always get through it. Yeah.
You sound super strong as well. And I think
thank you.
Good to acknowledge that you don't have to feel 100% all of the time, and it's okay to have those off days. But what is important is allowing yourself, like you said, you gave yourself a time limit. Do whatever you need to do, feel whatever you need to feel in that window, and then you pick yourself back up and you fucking get on with it.
Start again. Yeah. It's completely normal to break down and be overwhelmed, because life is hard, and everyone has days like that, and I break down often, but I don't let it continue forever. You got to get through it. Yeah.
And you have a good support system around you, obviously, your partner.
My partner, my friends, my parents, I have the best girlfriends.
Yeah.
Obviously having girlfriends that are really close with me, and they're very, like, my girlfriends are the best. Obviously having a partner's good as well, but he's a man at the end of the day.
Yes.
So I feel like having girlfriends really is really good. Having a good lot of girlfriends it's what helps me, because they're so good. And my partner's great as well, but he doesn't understand, PMS, and when you start crying for start crying for no reason, he's like, "What's wrong with you?
What do you mean? You can't read my mind?"
Yeah, exactly.
So
having a strong support system. I've had good friends for 10, 15 years, and I've got a lot of new friends as well. And I'm very lucky, and I know I'm a good loyal friend. So I feel like what you put out into the world is what you get back, and I can't thank my friends enough for what they do for me, and my parents as well, and my mom especially. Like, having a good support system and being a good friend and putting out what you want, you'll get it back as well.
I love that. And what I talk about quite frequently with my clients is we go through this awkward, uncomfortable phase when we're growing up of letting go of people that no longer serve us. And it's that uncomfortable battle between, oh, is this selfish of me? And then the other side of it is, no, it's good for your fucking soul. Like, you need to
good for your soul, good for your growth. And if they're not like it, I've even had to let go of friends that aren't happy for me because they're just like, they're kind of staying where they've been, and that's cool for them. But it's not selfish, because it's benefiting you in the long run. And don't feel bad, because if a friend can't be happy for you, you don't need that negative energy. And just, it's easier said than done. Like, I struggle with letting go of people. I'm an only child. So I really do hold on to my friends, and they do mean the most to me. But if someone's not a good energy in your life, you need to let them go, and it will benefit you, and you'll feel so much more light. And you want people with the same vision and the same ideas as you, and just supportive. You don't need to be on the same path, but just having friends that are supportive really, really helps.
100%. It's such a process, and I think we say you are the average of the 5 people you hang around, and it really shows your self-worth if you have a really good group of people around you, because it's like, do you bring value to my life? Yes or no? Like, do I want you around me? Do you lift me up? Do you encourage me? Do you inspire me? And obviously it's a two-way street. You give back as well.
100%. You've got to give back.
But show me your friends and I'll show you your future. That's it.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah,
that's incredible.
Exactly.
You've done so well. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Jade.
So tell me a little bit about, because obviously you're running this fucking empire, like you're wearing multiple hats. You have friends, you have a partner, you have your 3 businesses. Three businesses?
Yeah, 3. It's 3 at the moment.
So like, there's a new one every week. I'm like, Jesus, woman. Sorry. Tell me a little bit about your, let's say, like your daily routine, or what does a normal week look like for you? How do you balance?
My daily routine. Oh my gosh, it changes every day. Honestly, the downside of our situation is that, honestly, the phone never stops. So, I guess a 9 to 5 would be easier, because I would be able to leave work at home, but I'm answering emails and phone calls at like 8, 9, 10 p.m. Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday morning. There's no stopping. So what I do to stay sane is, I'll dedicate. I dedicate certain times if it's important, like, because I don't want to miss out on the job, and other companies are probably replying as well. So I always reply, but I also dedicate time to just me. To make sure I can, like, for example, last week it was sunny, warm. I was like, you know what, I'm putting my phone in the car, I'm going to the beach, and I just put aside an hour, and I just do things for myself to keep sane. But my daily routine very much varies, because it depends on how busy the week is, and I
was going to ask if you purposely make time for yourself, because obviously that's for your mental health, physical health.
So I train, and I walk a lot. Now that the weather's getting better, I walk at the beach, I walk around the river. I catch up with my friends, which I find helps keep me sane as well. Always make time for my friends. And but the routine, I don't really have a structured routine, because the business itself is so demanding, and it changes every hour. And it was the same with PT. Like, people would cancel, and then I would have a slot, and then someone else would take the slot, and it's all over the shop. But that works for me, because I'm very hyperactive. And I like the thrill of the chase, and I like being busy all the time. So
if it works for you, that's great. And I think a lot of people don't understand. They're like, oh, I'm sick of working 9 to 5, like I want to run my own business, which is great. Like, if that's what you aspire to be, then do it. But you need to understand, if you run your own business, you're, like you said, there's no set
there's
hours.
no
It's like
there's
it's
no
your
set
life.
hours. Yeah, it's your life. It's nonstop. We get emails and website request bookings, and like the booking system is popping like all the time, all night. Like for example, we were on the way to a friend's birthday dinner last night, and the phone was ringing. It was 8:00, and it's like 8:00 on a Sunday night, and then we had to book a job. It's a lot, but we also have a really great team of guys that work with us, and our team environment is amazing, and like they also, having a good team of employees helps our everything go smoothly. So we're really lucky to have guys that respect us, we respect them, and we've got a good thing going with our team. So having employees that are willing to be part of the team, and you know, that's really helpful, because if we had people that didn't give a shit about our empire, you know, it would be a lot more difficult. So yeah,
that's beautiful. And I think it's good to say, like, you don't, like, becoming an entrepreneur and running your own business and creating that lifestyle for yourself, you don't have less problems, you just have better quality problems.
Yeah, exactly. And I wouldn't change it for the world, because 9 to 5 never has been for me, and I've tried it. Like I've had a lot of full-time jobs, but I just felt so shit every day. I'd like, like I was Monday morning, you know, I'm Monday morning now, I'm excited because we've got a huge week, and I'm excited to smash out everything that we're achieving. But when I was working full-time, I hated my life. So I wanted to change it. I don't want to live like that forever. So me personally, some people love 9 to 5, but it wasn't for me.
No, it's definitely not for me as well. I'm trying to get out of that grind as well. But I think, do you feel a difference between, like, because obviously you're working more now than you were in 9 to 5, but it doesn't feel like work to you, like, because you're obviously, it's your own business, right? Like,
it's different. Yeah. So I do work more than I would in a 9 to 5, but it's different because I'm working for me, and I'm working for my goals. I'm not working for somebody else's goals. Yeah. So it's different. It feels very different. It doesn't feel like, it still feels like work, but it doesn't feel like a huge weight on our shoulders. Like, it doesn't feel like, got to do this, got to do that. It's exciting because it's our own thing, and we can see it. We can see it building, and we can see it expanding, and it's really exciting. So it doesn't feel like it did when I was doing 9 to 5.
Yeah, that's epic. Yeah. I'm so happy that you've created that for yourself as well. Like, that's so exciting for you.
Thank you.
That's awesome. So maybe toward, like, wrapping up today, if what would you say to anyone that's wanting to get out of that 9 to 5? Like, they have all these great ideas, or maybe they're hesitant to kind of take the leap. Like, what advice would you have to those kind of girls?
I would say start a side hustle, and don't leave your 9 to 5. Just start it as a side hustle. Keep your 9 to 5, because that's your main source of income that you need to pay your bills, rent, mortgage, whatever, food, groceries, etc. You'll need your 9 to 5 while you build up your side hustle on the side. So I would suggest starting your side hustle. Pretty much that's what I did. So I was at TAFE full time back in the day when I was doing PT, but as soon as I could, I was building my Instagram following, which I knew would benefit me in the future, because it was going to give me PT clients, which it did. It worked. It worked for me, and trust me, if it can work for me, it can work for anybody. But I would not suggest I know some people say just do it, but it doesn't work like that. You need to save the money first from your 9 to 5 to start your side hustle. Keep your 9 to 5, and then your side hustle, if you're passionate about it, it will build up over time, and then hopefully in the long run that can be your full-time job instead of your 9 to 5.
Yeah, because you obviously have to have a lot of upfront costs as well to put into a business as well. Yeah. Sure. That's a very smart idea. Very smart advice. I like that. Beautiful. All right. Well, if anyone's interested in any of Jaime's businesses, or just, you know, your social media following, and honestly, if you're looking for someone to follow, girls, that's super inspiring. You know, I always talk to you guys about making sure that you purposely follow people and purposely unfollow people. Like, who are you surrounding yourself with? What information are you gathering? Jaime would be the person to follow. So where can they find you on social media, and tell us a little bit where they can find your business stuff as well?
So I'm also happy to talk to anybody. I'm happy, like, to chat with anyone about anything. If you want to message me about anything, I'm more than happy to chat with you. No worries. So obviously my Instagram name is just Jaime Guise. That's like my main one. I post a lot of like our house stuff, and like I'm really into interior design and fashion and stuff like that. So I don't post as much PT anymore because I'm not doing that right now. But
the fashion
my Instagram
is fucking on point as well. So
thank you. Thanks. So my Insta is just Jaime Guise. My shed company with my partner is Elite Removals. And we've got ERP cleaning, which is Elite Removals Perth Cleaning, which is just our offset of the removals. And then my grazing is just J Grazing, which we'll be having a lot of content on that because I'm getting a lot of orders now. So, and it's going to be, really pretty.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
It looks great so far. I'm definitely might even order some for some stuff that we've got coming up. But
awesome, thank you.
Listening, I'll obviously put that in the description and on Instagram. That way you can just click on the links directly. But it has been an absolute pleasure having you on the show today, babe. I really appreciate you just being totally open and honest and sharing your journey with us. I know they're going to learn so much from you.
Thank you, Jade. And I just want to say I'm just as proud of you as well because you're doing amazing. No, I am. You're doing amazing things, and it's just really nice for women to be nice to each other. And you've always been a nice person since the day I met you. So be proud of yourself and what you're be proud of yourself for what you're doing. You're a good, genuine soul. So good on you.
Stop it. Thank you so much, honey. I really appreciate
You're welcome.
Beautiful.
You're welcome.
You have a good day.
You too, Jade. Thank you.
Bye.